Yeah, all right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the May 22nd, 2024 Selectmen's Meeting. I'll call this meeting to order at 7:03 p.m. The next order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next on our agenda is approval of the prior meeting minutes for May 15th, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 4 with 1 abstaining. Discussions that were held between...
Abstaining or absent?
Absent. Well, no, he's abstaining because he was absent.
Okay.
Discussions that were held between the hours of 4 and 7. I don't remember anybody coming in at 4. You remember?
Nope.
So we really didn't have anything until about 5 o'clock. About 4:45, Bill Hall, our treasurer, came in and got us prepared for our meeting. We had a Zoom meeting from 5 o'clock to about probably 6:30 with 2 different appraisal companies that were looking to hire to appraise the 3 dams in our community. And so we had a lengthy conversation with both of them, trying to vet both of those out to see how who we feel that would be best to serve our community. And so we haven't made a decision as of yet. They're both a little bit different, in price as well. And so we're just going to see how that goes, and we'll make a decision as we move forward. So we came back in at 6:30. We had our code enforcement officer, Patty McKenna, that came in. Apparently, we've got a resident who's got a failing leach field again. That doesn't have the resources to repair it. And so she is going to try to get a grant in order to repair the leach bed and go from there. So we had a scenario like that a few years ago, and so that's where we're at with that. And so we had general conversations before we came to this meeting tonight. So the biggest part of our meeting tonight was basically interviewing the 2 companies that are going to be hopefully one of them will be appraising the dams in our community. So that's all we had for the discussions between 4 and 7. A review was correspondence. We had an email from MMA. It's a news manager workshop, local planning board workshop, LD 1967 update, and member engagement survey.
Motion to approve. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself here.
We had an email from Tammy Sobecki, Highway Congress. We had an email from MMA Risk Management RMS Express. We had an email from Nikki Williams, 211 Main Annual Feedback Request. We had an email from MSCD6, Board of Directors Meeting Agenda, but Budget Meeting Notice. We had an email from Peter Coughlin, Main Infrastructure Adaptation Fund, and Municipal Stream Crossing Grant Program. So those were our correspondence for the week. Moving on to our next agenda will be projects and issues. David?
Spent some time at Pleasant Point this week. Talked to Kevin Kimball, Public Works, just about cleanups and how he was making it. They got most of all the flags up today, and they'll finish that up tomorrow for Memorial Day. And talked to him a little bit about paving contract and things like that.
Thank you, David. Chad?
Yeah, so kind of a little bit similar there to David, working instead of working in the park, though, I was working in some of the little cemeteries, hoping to get them looking as best as possible for this coming Memorial Day weekend. Did have a conversation with the fire chief, and we had some conversations with Hunter about some correspondence with an individual that was had some concerns about traffic on 202, and that's about it.
Thank you, Chad. Frank?
Nothing for me this week.
Okay, thank you, Frank. Tom?
Not a lot. I did swing over to transfer station. Public Works has been working on cleaning up the area where they pile brush and expanding it a little bit. as they get time, just to make a little more room and try to work some material around so it's not as wet over there all the time, but, it's not really a project they're focused on 100% of the time. They're just doing it as they get spare time, so just stop by to check that out.
Good. Thank you, Tom. I didn't have a big week this week. I did speak with Bill Hall, our treasurer, to get this meeting kind of prepared for the dams. And so I just wanted to ask a question to Chad on the cemeteries.
Yeah.
We've had people come in the past looking to volunteer to clean some of these up. Has that,
we have-
still more aid in that area?
Oh, well, we could, absolutely, because all of us have full-time jobs for the most part, and believe it or not, in our town, there's close to 50 or 60 little cemeteries throughout the town. Some of them are just little one headstone cemeteries, some of them 1,000 of stones. So some of, and the bigger ones usually do have a private association that handles them, but for the other ones, there's a lot scattered through town. You know, every other street there's one tucked away someplace, and ultimately they are all on people's land, and really the landowner should be the one taking care of it. I mean, they're aware of it when they purchased it, but that is not always the case of how that works. But any type of help would be appreciated, and you can check with us, or as long as it's just general maintenance in one of these little cemeteries, just go ahead and do it. You know, raking, mowing, whatever to make it as it should have been. You know, just do it.
All right. Thank you, Chad. So we'll go with that. If the public out there is interested in helping take care of these cemeteries, we'd appreciate your help. So moving on to old business. Anybody have any old business?
Just a meeting on May 29th.
Okay, there will be a public meeting on May 29th at 7 p.m. to address warrant article number 3, which will be voted on the annual town meeting. This article deals with new state requirements involving the sales of town-owned property. I think we discussed that last week a little bit. Any other old business? New business. The annual MSAD 6 budget meeting will be held Thursday, May 23, 2024 at 6 p.m. I'm assuming that is going to be at the middle school again, Hunter?
School.
The high school?
That's where
High
it's
school?
been.
I thought it was the middle school.
No.
What is it? Where? At the high school?
Yeah.
Okay, it will be held at the high school. All right, so that's new business. And also, at this time, we had a unfortunate accident this week, and we just wanted to take an opportunity to recognize Krista Lee. And so it is written as, I am writing to commend Officer Krista Lee for exemplary action during a recent emergency response that resulted in life-saving care of a young child. On May 16, 2024, at 16:58 hours, Officer Lee responded to a distress call at Parker Farm Road in Buxton. The call came in as a child that had been run over by a lawnmower. The call involved a 2-year-old child with a severe leg injury. Upon arrival, Officer Lee assessed the situation with remarkable calm and professionalism. She quickly identified the severity of the injury and took deliberate actions to control the bleeding by using her training in applying a tourniquet, providing immediate first aid that was crucial in stabilizing the child before the arrival of the emergency medical services. Officer Lee's quick thinking and decision actions were instrumental in saving the child's life. Her ability to remain composed under pressure and her swift response exemplified the high standard of our department. Her dedication to the safety and well-being of the community is truly commendable and reflects great credit upon herself and the Buxton Police Department. She then focused on the family, making sure the child's mother was taken care of. Officer Lee's actions on that day are a testimony to her training, commitment, and compassion. It is officers like her who make a significant difference in the lives of those they serve. I wholeheartedly recommend the officer, Kristen Lee, be recognized for her outstanding services and heroism. On behalf of the Buxton Police Department and the town of Buxton, I would like to recognize Officer Lee for her outstanding service and heroism. So we just want to just say thank you to Officer Lee at this time, and take this opportunity to recognize her for probably saving that child's life. And we just want to thank her for that and recognize her at this moment for that. Thank you, Officer Lee, for your dedication to this community. Any other new business? Seeing none, I will move on to executive orders. Executive Order 242-500-5001, in order to approve a vehicular license for May 24 to 25 for Roger Tracy, doing business as Skips, Skips, Nora Energy Retail, doing business Skips. Nora Energy Retail is doing business as Nora 766 Narragansett Trail and Nora 222 Narragansett Trail.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That is unanimous of those present. Executive Order 242-500-5002, in order to approve a pole permit for Central Maine Power to construct and maintain one pole on George Sawyer Road, being 970 feet northwesterly of Narragansett Trail in accordance with the Central Maine Power.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That is unanimous of those present. Executive Order 242-500-5003, in order to approve a liquor license renewal and special amusement permit for Roger Tracy of Skips Lounge.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That's unanimous of those present. Executive Order 242-500-5004, in order to approve 24 hours of vacation leave for Kevin Collins.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That's unanimous. Executive Order 242-500-5005, in order to approve 96 hours of vacation leave for Kevin Collins.
I think that's supposed to be Kevin.
Kevin Kimball.
Kevin Kimball?
Yeah.
Okay, that says, okay. 96 hours of vacation
Although
leave
we'd appreciate it.
for Kevin Kimball.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That's unanimous. Executive Order 242-500-5006, in order to approve a property abatement for case number PA 24-002.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That's 4, 1 abstention. Executive Order 242-500-5007, in order to approve the hire of Patrick B. Talbot as a full-time police officer effective May 22nd, 2024, at a rate of $28.28 an hour.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That is unanimous. Executive Order 242-500-5008, in order to appoint Patrick B. Talbot as a constable in the town of Buxton effective May 22nd, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That is unanimous. Executive Order 242-500-5009, in order to appoint Patricia Morrison, Roland Ivy, Darlene Ivy, William Jefferson, Allison Willard, and Dorothy Bell to the position of Democrat ballot clerks to be effective through June 11th, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That is unanimous. Executive Order 242-500-5010, in order to appoint Heather Rummery, Peter Burns, Isles Burns, Mary Spagnardi, Susan Ferris, and Susan Garish to the position of Republican ballot clerk to be effective through June 11, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That is unanimous. Anybody have any executive orders by initiative? Seeing none, I'll move on to accounts payable and payroll warrant. Executive Order 242-500-5011, in order approving expenditures as documented in accounts payable warrant number 94.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That is unanimous, and that amount is $137,574.64. Executive Order 242-500-5012, in order to approve expenditures as documented in the payroll warrant number 93.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That is unanimous, and that amount is $86,043.27. Next meeting of the board, the next selectmen's meeting will be held on May 22nd, 2024 at 7 PM. The next planning board meeting, well, that's today.
That's today.
What's next week?
29th.
29th. Okay, our next selectmen's meeting will be held on May 29th, 2024 at 7 PM. The next planning board meeting will be held on Monday, June 10th at 7 PM. Is that an accurate date?
Yeah, that's gonna be in the small conference room, though,
That's going to be in a small conference room. Why is that, David?
because election's the next day. and
Election's the
that's-
next day, that's right. So
And
that
that's,
will be in
that's
the...
Keith's last meeting, correct?
Yes, so Keith Emery is our current chair of the planning board, served 30 years on the planning board, and he will be his last night on the planning board there. But he does plan to attend our annual town meeting, which would be, when would that be? It's June 15th at, here at the town hall, where we would love to recognize Keith for his service to our community. So all that can attend would be great. Any other business? Seeing none at this time, I'll take public comments and questions.
Standoff.
Anything, Heath? Yeah? All right, well, nobody's going to talk tonight. All right, well, at this point, we have no executive sessions. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
It's been first and seconded to motion to adjourn at 7:20. All those in favor? That is unanimous. We will adjourn. Thank you, everyone. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank all our veterans. This weekend is the weekend to recognize you. We want to thank you for serving our country and fighting for the freedoms that we all get to enjoy. So thank all our veterans out there, and let everybody please have a great and safe Memorial Day weekend. Have a good evening.